After the election, where them do, we still they wait for the change. All the promise when they make, they don't be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food, cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, I see the bad way you've been do. You don't turn Nigeria into two. 97% and 5%. You know been talk like president. They rule Nigeria with sentiment. And take your office to revenge. Oh yeah now, Oga Buhari, we dey beg you. Let Nigeria no go scatter for your head, yo. Yes, after the election, where them do, we still dey wait to see the change, yo. Cause all the promise when they make, they don't be like saying a fake, yo. And where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, na tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, no employment for the youth, and security no improve. Inflation don't they hit the roof, still government no they say the truth. Oh yeah my brother, this change na yawa, we don't today suffer, pray God for Nigeria. Oh yeah my sister, this government na yawa, and you don't today suffer, we pray God for Nigeria. After the election where them do, we still they wait to see the change. Cause all the promise when they make, it don't be like saying a fake, you. Where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, na tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, the economy just the fall, but it just the travel around the world. I think your office there for sky. Now your time for working the take and the fly. We no give you different but you take them. Certificate is certificate. Baba Buhari, election criminal. I make you collect and you hail them. Kasuki collect you the jail them. Baba Buhari, to the partial. After the election where them do, we still they wait for the change. All the promise when they make, they don't be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food, cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, Only you and your people, they chop all the loot where you gather. My enjoyment today, you know, come presidency to suffer. You don't rule Nigeria like say now war. You don't fight corruption, they break the law. Worry is better, you withdraw. And the blame Jonathan for all of your flaws. Jonathan don't give you the power. No one no like you wahala. You not believe in your policy, pack up and let us be. After the election, where them do, we still they wait. After the election, where them do, we still they wait for the change. All the promise when they make, they don't be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food, cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, I see the bad way you've been do. You don't turn Nigeria into two. 97% and 5%. You know been talk like president. with sentiment. With sentiment. And take your office to revenge. 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 Oh yeah, now Oga Buhari, we dey beg you. Let Nigeria no go scatter for your head, yo. Yes, after the election, where them do, we still dey wait to see the change, yo. The change. Cause all the promise when they make, they don't dey be like saying a fake, yo. And where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, not tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, no employment for the youth, and security no improve. Inflation don't they hit the roof. Still government no they say the truth. Oh yeah, my brother, this change na yawa. We don't today suffer. Pray God for Nigeria. Oh yeah, my sister, this government na yawa. You don't today suffer. We pray God for Nigeria. After the election, where them do, we still dey wait to see the change. Cause all the promise when they make, don't they be like saying a fake, yo. Where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, not tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, the economy just the fall, but the chance to travel around the world. I feel your office there for sky. Now your time for working, they take the fly. We don't give what but you take them. Certificate is certificate. Baba Buhari, election criminal. I make you collect and you hail them. Yasuki collect you the jail them. Baba Buhari, to the partial. After the election, where them do, we still dey wait for the change. All the promise when they make, they don't they be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food, cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, Only you and your people, they chop all the loot where you gather. My enjoyment today, you know, come presidency to suffer. You don't rule Nigeria like say now war. You don't fight corruption, they break the law. Worry is better, you withdraw. And the blame Jonathan for all of your flaws. Jonathan don't give you the power. No one don't like you, wahala. You don't believe in your policy, pack up and let us be. After the election, where them do, we still dey wait to see the change, yo.
Hello, na good evening inside the big family house. Well, of course, we don't come back today. At this dry group, they say we don't come for cascata the place. We don't come back for can expose them with proof and video, audios. One thing about this channel, me people, of course, let's tell you first now, me and my brother come live from the north. I charged today because of the cyber. Of course, me people, this channel.
Cyber with the ton diver.
Cyber crime.
For the cipher.
May people they don't count them, they don't count them. Now waiting. That law where they say people not for talk and lie by the government. But one thing but we had me people we know they talk what you feel. We always they talk on top their own talk. We always they talk on top their videos. We always they talk on top their audios. So tell me about waiting we had here for doing cybercrime. Your uncle. Wait we had channel here for doing cybercrime. I don't know.
I think when the cyber go dey more for the one the way they make up story and lie.
Okay.
But if we
That's
talk
what we are.
waiting and talk, repeat after me. Nap crime.
A teacher and school begin.
Good. Waiting and teach me for say now they say. Okay, if not lie, we they can repeat. We they can do repeat after me today. Basically, this channel we can tell you say anytime we talk something, listen and listen very well. If you're able, put them down. Now you die. Yeah. Waiting we talk. All of them will see so today. You not been believe. We can remind you back. Because if you go back to we programs them, you go begin see things them where we be don't talk. And then things then they. After the election, where the food. Then the money always then the thief. Now then the family no more the chop am. At the end of the day where you talk, and the end BB combo pa you. I like something. They say you wait to go ashes, and you ashes the fella. Where you dig goal if you not take time, ready for the inside there. These governments, they're good for that. Now they don't dig big hole. I they warn you, you got to be careful, eh? Because if not to that day, tomorrow, when you go to the opposition part, you want for talk something where the government they do. Now then they use big sledgehammer. Then they cocoa you aid. And that thing you no get nothing for say, you no get nothing for do. You know why? Because now you make them. So if you take water, you put them, or soda, you put them na domot. For lay, you come in campus, it throw away para you wound them. That person in no campus. Then you forget say you don't put them. But I tell me thing will happen to you. It's the worst part I've been dealing with the other person. So if you glad it today, tomorrow, promise you, you must cry. They will not level, oh, and the fingers them not be the same. Today for you, tomorrow. And I don't know what me get for you.
One thing no more when we like SLPP for, then Sabi puts laws them. For any time when they take up governance, they must left law where it be say at the end of the day, it can't sit down at the eat back. I really respect them for that. They Sabi book as then they boast of, but them book, now you can book their whole back. So many people deal with we as today. Waiting what they can do. Today we don't talk boku. We they allow videos them for talk for themselves. We they allow waiting that we don't talk and waiting other people they don't talk about them for can talk for themselves. Two things today we they focus on: the cybercrime and the hunger where WFP and other people have don't say it really don't boku inside we are doing a mama saloon. Today, now there are two issues there we they focus on. As I say, we don't have to talk boku for making us say, Bible say, Shembepi say, now you go say, the videos they say, other people they say, WFP say, UNDP say, this, that say, today not to you. So not go no side, deal with we, us. We can sambauna this information and the proof them where we get now we archives.
So like you said, the focus on hunger and the cyber. So today, we really going to the cypher competition. And you know in a cypher, eh? That freestyle rapping. And they put all kind of beats, just the rap. So now that's the way they pan today. So that's how they start cypher, or angry boku.
Cypheristic and cyberistic.
Cypher. Cypher, eh?
Yes,
okay, first of all, let me begin with, I want to begin with this, I don't know how I call himself. Let me visit with brother quick one. The great Mohammed Kamarimba, eh? Let me remind you of something quick. Will you come back just now?
Yes, President Julius Maada Bio has failed tremendously since he became president way back in April 4, 2018. The reason I've said this, himself on Friday, he went and had a retreat. And he openly admitted that the people are impatient and they want deliverables. They want to see tangible things. And I know he's a listening president, opposition, because as a president, I don't know. But honestly, President Madabio then listens. I remember when we had a discussion, he followed through the media, he followed through events, what's going on. But maybe because he's a president now, he listens to bad advices. But he's completely failed. The one thing that when we were running for president, I remember you were there at the Bintumani when we had the debate. We all promised this country great things. There was a song, you know that song, and Tolobunari Suda Angry Boku. We all said things are going to get better. But Julius Madabio came, and things are horrible right now. You know, the bread and butter issue, and it's the key. It's a fundamental right, Samuel, for every Sierra Leonean not to worry about what to eat, not to worry about what to feed his kids or her kids. You see, the thing I'm sick and tired of, and every Sierra Leonean is sick and tired of, is the excuses. You see, this government will be in the media and always talking about, oh, we've inherited bad economy. Nobody asked President Julius Madabio to run for president. Nobody begged him. He came and said, I'll fix the problems. Mohamed Kamara Mansari came and said, I'll fix the problem. Madam Femi came and said, all the presidential aspirants said, they'll fix the problem. It's 22 months. The problem is going to the roof. And one thing, Samuel, Julius Madabio, since 1996, he was unemployed, like over 80% of Sierra Leoneans right now. He was unemployed for 22 years. As president, your personal agenda is the people. You cannot, absolutely cannot, use propaganda to lie about the economy. The basic is the bread and butter. And this is what the platform that this government campaign on. Remember when we were in position, J.J. Safar then, I called him Mr. Bread and Butter. He loved to talk about bread and butter. Now he's the finance minister. What is he doing?
Yeah. There, yeah. Then I just taste sweet, taste, you know. You know the power to one for deal with too. My brother tell we say let we go into the cyber. So I think that the cyber we can go so now. We've been bringing to you one video one time, yeah. That now before they actually come up with this cyber. They as well get one where they been talk about where the caretaker been just begin think about the cyber. Okay, so let me just watch quick one. Let us see how this thing they work. Let us see how this thing they work. Yeah, let me see if we get her on track. This now before them bring the idea of the cyber. Let me listen. Waiting the caretaker been say first. Waiting it begin pitch. I begin pitch the idea to IMC for this cyber, the Ministry of Information and all. After that, they come now and begin count them. Where the cyber don't come na come. You know, when they don't begin crying going on a parliament. Still then I don't see no day for talk about today. Let me go quick while I listen to this.
We not be able to come together. Why I talk about the social media, inside Salona, WhatsApp, Facebook, most of the young people are letting a phone get it. So when you propagate any message through that, before you know it's out there, it's not 100%. No, even the penetration maybe is about 30 or how many percent. But a lot of people will able to read now. The WhatsApp, they get Facebook on their website. So we get to take advantage of that. And why we take the internet seriously? Because now in the direct international community, and they have a great say in what happens.
We need the media to play an important role in the development of our democracy. But they need to be monitored and controlled. That monitoring is what you're doing. We all need you to protect us in a way. And therefore, your task is one. That is a tall order. the more effective you are, the more our people feel protected. So I implore you to continue to work hard, Mr. Chairman and members of the Commission. We have a lot of catching up to do. That is why we should be in haste, but of course cautiously. We should be in haste to accomplish and try to catch up with the many things that we are supposed to have done, which we have not done yet. The IMC Act of 2020 is a very important step. So I hope that with that act, we'll be able to regulate and monitor the newspapers, TV stations. As you know, today, the new media is posing quite a lot of challenge to all of us. We have to get our heads around that, because it gives the opportunity to people to hide in their little corners behind the keyboard, and they can cause quite a lot of damage. How we bring or mainstream those and make sure that they can be checked is something that you have to tell us as you monitor the media landscape. Because quite a lot of them have gone digital, so you don't have a physical location for them. But that is why you have a very good array of people from different walks of life, and I will encourage you to really do your job to the best of your ability. Thank you very much for what you've done so far, and we look forward to you doing a good job for us in that part of governance. Thank you.
It is part of His Excellency President Bill's avowed determination to live behind a digitally inclusive Sierra Leone. And already there are practical signs that is happening. When he took over government in 2018, you had about 6% of Sierra Leoneans on social media. Today, you have about 9%. That means there has been a 3% growth, right? And we have an inherently useful population, and as the days and years go by, more people will log on to social media. The population will increase exponentially of Sierra Leoneans on social media. As a government, we owe ourselves a duty, we owe our citizens a responsibility to ensure that we don't only protect them offline, we also protect them online. So it is in that spirit that we are endeavoring to enact a legislation to protect our citizens online. You know, just a quick context. Sierra Leone is part of the bigger global international community. Sierra Leone already has signed up to the Malabo Accord. The Malabo Accord was presided over, was signed up to by African heads of states a couple of years ago, before President Bill acceded to power. The other bit is there is also ECOWAS directive, right, issued I think in 2017. All of these speak about the responsibility and obligation of states to develop regulations and legislations to regulate social media, digital space, just to ensure that we keep this discussion off to a more, serious start. This is what I have with me here is the African Union Convention on Cybersecurity and Personal Data Protection. Article 24 talks about national policy. Each state party, that is member states of the African Union, each state party shall undertake to develop, in collaboration with stakeholders, a national cybersecurity policy which recognizes the importance of critical national infrastructure for the nation, identifies the risks facing the nation in using the all hazards approach, and outlines how the objectives of such policy are to be achieved. If you can move a little bit further, in Article 25 of the AU Convention on Cybersecurity and Personal Data Protection, we call it the Malabo Accord. Article 25 talks about legal measures. Each state party shall adopt legislative or regulatory measures as it deems effective by considering as substantive criminal offenses acts which affect the confidentiality, integrity, availability, and survival of information and communication technology systems, the data, the process, and underlying network infrastructure, as well as effective procedural measures to pursue and prosecute offenders. State parties shall take into consideration the choice of language that is used in international best practices. I could go on and on and on.
Well, of course, my people we don't play 3 videos. The first one, na Usai the caretaker been tell we how important the social media is when you the opposition. The second one, na Usai you don't begin feel say the social media na a threat to in government. If you not try for tackle the social media, it will be exposed like I they exposed to. And then this third one, the Minister of Information, na Usai he don't begin take this bill na parliament for make them able succeed them like how they say they don't succeed them so today. But we're not talking to. We still learn at the matter. We tell them today say we don't talk about who. Now we can play something back from them people and make una listen for una say with me.
Back in the days where we not been get digital technologies, na traditional way no more police there under. But now we talk about the age of the internet superhighway, right? So government their responsibility don't extend for protecting citizens both on and offline. And you know the reason why we as government we think that it's very, very important. And for the reason say with population, beaucoup people in our population are youth man between the ages of 18 35. You know, now the large chunk of the population na they
inside Salona, WhatsApp, Facebook, most of the young people are letting a polyphony get today. So when you propagate any message through that, before you know it's out there.
And this population here, they're born in then here with digitalization they go on. So most of them logged on to one social media platform or the other, if not to Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, you know, some kind of social media interaction they would happen, or you do telephone calls or something. We think say any responsible government for take time for protect that category of people there and all other users of ICT equipment.
But a lot of people will read now on their WhatsApp, they get Facebook on their website. So we get to take advantage of that. And why we take the internet seriously? Because now in the direct the international community.
Well, cybercrime normally people that already commit then they sit down at the comfort and convenience of other jurisdictions. So now then they make this law make provision for international cooperation so that in case you get somebody who don't commit grave egregious offenses, to quote that word, you can able cooperate with the other country for make sure say that person they either face trial day under the same law then or when able to do extradition now. Once the land fiber in a country, you are opening up that country there in communication, ICT, so it's going to be part of the bigger digital infrastructure in the world. So you got to protect the citizens. We have been very late in doing that.
Oh yeah, Bundesliga. Oh life. Brother, now you talk today.
No, this is not to me talk today. Now then talk today. Now battle no more. Because I wonder when you did not make publicity for a particular thing where you feel say at that time because you are in need of them, you feel say they had advantage. And then when you don't come inside the circle, you feel say that thing they don't stand as disadvantage for you. Now they tell you say they can tackle that particular area there. And with that time prove there because now the social media way they self they try for tackle you. Then forgetting whenever you don't put something at the social media, maybe you go feel say I don't delete them from my phone or I don't delete them at the platform the way maybe send them. But no, other people like we still get and we archive them. Computer not the rotty, memory stick not the rotty, backup hard drive not the rotty. It only corrupt. You try for a man and back. So wait till put it, they still get them. So if this government, the caretaker now, na imbidonka and campaign say make we use the social media. It gets a lot for do for inform the international community, for inform other side of the world. But any bad or good thing where they happen in a particular country today, the caretaker don't get the seats. Where it be fetched for. He don't forget what he don't talk. Now the same social media, it can't buckle so the way police
Sorry.
Man.
You say me uncle don't forget?
Well, maybe. I can say so because
enough
forget.
And not forget. And know wetin he do, wetin he say. He tell we say, let we use the social media. Na me uncle Afiba, by the way. Where he tell me for you something, I use them and I use them to the best of my ability. You understand? Eh? He use them to the best of your ability. He even gets people that maybe they single out the London Jets. The London Jets, the day. He use in WhatsApp. He use this, he did that. Now he use for pass the message. And in one of the people that we help we. London Jet. So if we can't use now Alpha Jet. Because me not say na inside we had, not to London Jet make more power. Na Alpha Jet. Alpha Jet. So if Alpha Jet not ready for takeoff, yeah, or that Guinea Bombardier not ready for takeoff, then you can tell we say no, we don't want that. It's not possible, sir. Now we go tell you say the cyber na cipher. We the rap the fine one we enjoy back. That cyber na cipher. You know team in a freestyle. Papa now you been tell we say we rap. We the use and bet.
Now don't take the mic for rap.
Then one thing that push am down.
No, this is the girl on dry dog.
This kind of thing is I like it pull the instrument with the go.
No instrumental with the rap still.
In fact, I like one tip and cipher. Cipher no get wrong side. Papa God, good evening, sir. Life. Hey, motorman, where that?
You know?
Yeah, you're unpredictable. Papa, I mean, you been tell we say, let we use the social media. Wetin make today you want for use of against we?
Because the use of the social media don't they affect them.
And we must expose all the lies where you dey lie.
Because we get the video and the audios them way now we improve.
Thank God not to we dey talk waiting we feel.
We yard.
Now you talk. What do you play so now you talk?
That's me on a video that they talk.
Now you been telling me say la bigi use the social media because now people them inside we are they use the WhatsApp, the Facebook. Now you been telling me so.
That's me.
What that tell me?
Now the president here take a view.
He say the WhatsApp, the
Facebook,
the YouTube, Not what they would use.
Now they don't have any platform again. No.
Been tell you say na the panel.
The one they will mention that they will use.
But I ain't be employee. I ain't give you go ahead. I want can't capture we like dandy. It's not possible.
So why you uncle interest now? Why you uncle interest?
It's afraid. Na afraid man. Your uncle na coward. He wants you know say the mainstream it used and Kobabla it give them gift. It give them rest, they give them iPad. It promise them say they build ultra modern building office for now. So we now the only thing we give we let confess today. Caretaker, my uncle he give you something and that thing a very good way giving. He give we say let me use the WhatsApp, the Facebook, the YouTube. Nowadays, so not a big gift, Sandy.
In fact, like gifty.
So I think let me go no more now. Now small. I pay you been tell we say let we trust the process. But man, this one the progress of the process. Okay, upon all them kind lumps, ne the way they don't do. Then boku talk there. Finally, the parliament of all don't say okay, we don't agree. But what they say? Then say okay, even though we don't agree, go put these documents together, and then you come later, can show we waiting. If waiting we talk, now be inside it. Hey, we parliament, they not get sense so. But don't not talk it for Dandy. I come to Dandy. Let's just listen how the parliament been like when they pass. We come back just now.
Parliament them get high spirit and get unity for sidom and talk about certain thing. Pass in concern and welfare or for pass law them we very important. And the cyber security and crime bill. Now one pardon law they are. MP then argue between themselves but issue them like warrants, possession, and same way so audit, and one party issue them when a warrant. Now that law enforcement officer go use one warrant for access to 3 person in property. But the concern way MP then say Now that this law too bad that them for give one warrant for one place, but at the end of the day, they may end up pull a particular clause there. One part the other critical issue them. Now that them give too much power to the auditor. We make parliament use other law them for make sure say them put guideline for the auditor. And the final critical issue na possession. We mean say if they send pikin pornography to person and that person they keep an inside in phone, then for arrest them. But member of parliament them argue this point here better one. As they say, some certain people can get photo or image inside their phone where they not can even know of. But outside crime for day, now where the person share them. At the end of the day, MP they all be agree say they're not for old person because it gets particular image on phone. But then for old person if it share. But that's not mean say person for keep them kind image there inside the phone. Member of parliament them carry on for argue. But other critical area them. But this argument here not mean say they no want the cybercrime bill.
Is entitled to Cyber Security and Crime Act 2021, they read the third time and passed into law. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it.
After them, we don't agree for pass the law. The leader of opposition, Honorable Cheno Majuba, they express concern, say one special committee for day for look the final draft where they send to the president for making sign. And same way so, data protection law for citizens them for day. The Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Rahman Soare, give Parliament assurance, say they all go sit down for look the final draft of the bill before then send on to the president for sign. The same way so assure Parliament say then still they work for the data protection bill waiting a cabinet right now, and as then done with them, then go bring a committee in Parliament for make them pass them. For AYB Creators, Mina Joseph Johnson, the reports now for it on.
Well, of course, the people now so it will look like the day we then go past this law. But like what maybe God have the talk dish now. Really, we members of parliament them we don't know if na popoe then gets or na coconut it as Emerson be mentioned. Because certain thing they where you they agree on. You as member of parliament, you get for things in people they send me for can represent them. But the member of parliament they will get, I don't know if they forget that one they say, then they for represent the various constituency them. Then just they do things on their own. But just that some of them know already say, any election we can now, then they out. Because people na the various constituency they don't really know see, no, this particular member of parliament will be voted for go represent we, not to the right person. So that's what it will look like whether people have been passed the cyber crime law. But we still not doing it. As we said it in our video, them they speak. Not to me, Bible either Shembe Pierre. Now waiting and talk. We just remind Una what we don't forget. Una where they come and attack people on the social media. Una where they cause for them. Some of Una don't know if Una get Android phone. Or we not get Android phone again for the check, but the things that with them people have we don't talk before they come and cause for them. We not go no side. Now we still there on the channel no more as we count the video there for now.
Before we count another video, something they wouldn't talk. We make us say some of them we MP they not get sense. And coconut eating gates too, not so fun. You know why I say so? They know they learn from the past. The time where they talk about the corona regulations, after where they done the state of public health emergency, and they say, okay, the regulation, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice for Kautam in 3 weeks or waiting for me and can look and back. Say all thing done. They not marks themselves. In fact, the Attorney General I tell them I'll play one say, whether I go or not, I able for do them for myself now. They feel pain. They feel pain because it fit tear them like bomber. But now we don't see say they don't tell this again. Say go back, go put the document together. Let's set up a committee where go look at them before ever the caretaker sign. What do you get for can do again today? Tell me by they don't pass her, they don't stamp her. Tell me what you get for can do today. The last person we get business now that documented right now. Now the caretaker for go give assent for signer. Then and daughter. But then people are saying, then just the market we. Then just the market we. Oh. I don't know really what happen if like waiting gave out honorable been talked the other day. Saying get 50 million for anybody who wants to done at the legislative committee. It's like for say before this thing they waiting because they lobby them see you. It's like they lobby them, eh? I go take give out say parliament really corrupt and then they lobby them. And they can give money for lobby the one the way they go to do on the different committee then. Now you make CEO still like that day. You don't make them put the final documents together before una can watch them and pass them. Una pass them no more, una say okay, una go write no more. Then later, una can show you wait una do waiting before ever caretaker go sign her. Una fool. Now so una they do things. Now make way go. Before they say Jack, then say this law them we make that time they not good. We for change them back. Now we see them ten and the way them they made in 1991 constitution, all them things they will not be aware because we not been get sense, we be small, eh? Now we they see before we eye. Now then same mistake here they make. But now then they find pleasure, then they enjoy where they do one. Tell people and say go you go right. We already pass the law, we now we get everything. You say okay, we agree, it don't talk a lot today. But go right some of the things them, wait for day inside the things them before ever them. Waiting. This guy lawmaker that we get. On a playmaker then. Because this Nigerian a play. For saying acts in the acts now the country.
Now salon season film.
This you don't pass season no. Find no new name for him. Episode waiting in this one. Season waiting, episode waiting.
This na episode 1.
Season 1, episode 3. Now 5 episodes they get. Season 1, episode 3. But you know say some season and they can begin act and say start inside and they after the first season they're not able to continue again, eh?
Abaya.
Some themselves they can just watch, write episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, then they forget what in the project die. It happen, you know that there?
Of course.
But then we fall honorable there. Not for you. This still didn't do so. It hurts me, eh? You go tell person.
I can call them Popoid.
I did tell you. Popoid the big, he get something inside. Not say some fall, not saying it's small, in brain small. Nothing to get better sense. Now he gets in picking so then they go see far, he jump on top of the far back. They allow him picking for campus inside the far. Now this stuff happens.
But no.
Yeah. Anyway, you know what you want, welcome. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Please consider for subscribe. And then you hit for the like button and then you share as well, yeah? Don't forget for leave your comments as well. Yeah. Yesterday we been get small format. We try for talk to somebody. But people let me say let me just left them. Then get for the Kamboku na true. We realized that day. Maybe brother say yes na true. We no go follow some of them people in the anymore. We can understand. And we want for say sorry again to we wonderful people them on that day, yeah. So we move if we did together.
We fly always.
Well, I know feel for labor too much on this cyber and the cipher.
So you want jump to the food nodu?
Angry belly.
Put on the table. The problem is, I said, they just give you less talk today. Food on the table, they can't jump on. They will be done talking, then come back and tell you, they know get away for put food like.
Let me tell we say bread and butter, then they can't address the bread and butter.
Bread and butter, it will be difficult, but hey, God.
But the first finance minister, they don't tell we say elect any almost minister after and they're not able to settle the bread and butter business. Yes, not two. And don't come out in a one, number 2 don't come. And not able to settle, number 3 they come. And not 2, correct. You know, but I can wonder something, you know, them people here, when they're in the opposition, they get all the idea in the world. But now when they don't come inside and then I don't feel they get the idea there.
Then get and just now they don't get time. They know it's than deeper. They quit it talk just now. They know it's than deeper.
You know, let's listen back. We don't get this just now. Let's just get something back, but as a way for going inside this discussion, fine one. Yeah, the bread and butter. It don't really fail. It really fail. Now, obviously that it don't fail. It don't really fail. Now the reason this we make this money so they not get blue. 10 out they not they get blue. Let's listen to Kamayema back, yeah.
Yes, President Julius Maada Bio has failed tremendously since he became president way back in April 4, 2018. The reason I've said this, himself on Friday, he went on our retreat. And he openly admitted that the people are impatient and they want deliverables. They want to see tangible things. And I know he's a listening president, opposition, because as a president, I don't know. But honestly, President Maada Bio then listens. I remember when we had a discussion, he followed through the media, he followed through events, what's going on. But maybe because he's a president now, he listens to bad advices. But he's completely failed.
What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule and economic mismanagement has definitely created considerable suffering for the people of this country. From Kamakwie to Pujehu, from Kono to Freetown and everywhere, people are suffering under the weight of corruption and the mismanagement of the All People's Congress. I have seen it at first hand, from Falaba to Kenima and from Thailand to Potloko, the people want change. The people are tired of the suffering of paying for a bag of rice at 200,000 from only 60,000 in 2007. The people want democratic change to end their suffering. But what type of change do we want for this great nation? What type of change do we want for the children's future?
But Julius Maada Bio came, and things are horrible right now. You know, the bread and butter issue, and it's the key. It's a fundamental right, Samuel, for every Sierra Leonean not to worry about what to eat, not to worry about what to feed his kids or her kids. You see, the thing I'm sick and tired of, and every Sierra Leonean is sick and tired of, is the excuses. You see, this government will be in the media and always talking about, oh, we've inherited bad economy. Nobody asked President Julius Maada Bio to run for president. Nobody begged him. He came and said, I'll fix the problems.
If you want efficient political and economic management of the state and its natural resources for the benefit of all Sierra Leoneans, vote Julius Maada Bio and the FSPP.
The problem is going to the roof. And one thing, Samuel, Julius Maada Bio, since 1996, he was unemployed, like over 80% of Sierra Leoneans right now. He was unemployed for 22 years.
And I said to myself, I'm going to change Sierra Leone. I started first with the business, and I ended up just employing 1,000 people. I said, this is not enough. This is not what I want to do. I have earned my degrees in one of the best countries in the world. I have to change Sierra Leone. The audacity that I wanted to do, I could not do as a businessman. So I decided again to try politics.
As president, your personal agenda is the people. You cannot, absolutely cannot, use propaganda to lie about the economy.
You can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
The basic is the bread and butter. And this is what the platform that this government campaigned on. I remember when we were in position, Gigi Safar then, I called him Mr. Bread and Butter. He loved to talk about bread and butter. Now he's the finance minister. What is he doing?
It's fine. Until the last Sierra Leonean go to bed, not go to bed hungry. I mean, it's going to be difficult. It's not an easy situation, even after my time. Even 3-4 finance ministers coming after me. no, we don't meet up the bread and butter. She's going to be with us for some time to come. Poverty has been with us for some time. Poverty is still here. Poverty will continue.
So you agree now?
We determine as a government, as I be say, to reduce the poverty.
So you don't agree now? So you don't agree now? Say the reality is then different from waiting person they see with the
house. Of course, I'm always conscious of that, and I never said they can't solve, they can't eliminate poverty. I said they reduce poverty.
All right. So misinterpretation just I just note and down bread and butter will be the top campaign term. What do you be mean when you say bread and butter? Because from what you don't tell me this morning that when you increase teachers' salary, give more work to people, then a bread and butter you don't put for them. But from the ordinary man, your definition of bread and butter are different. So in that you campaign, what do you be mean by bread and butter? We make like you give more work to people. The citizens not think say bread and butter they not the same.
The livelihood, we man not get something for it, you not get bread and butter. No matter how much of economics they understand. No, they are really it's pathetic. It's understandable. But when the day it happen for that man today, be able to get small tea where they eat. That is not the happiest man, the bread and butter don't they? But what we are really as a government you care about, you want people to get predictable source of livelihood. You want people to determine, your next meal should not be by chance. You don't even know when next they get me.
Yes.
Today I enjoy the people because it just sound like where you didn't have court, when they do cross-examine. You know, say you did at the right track. You did really enjoy the sitting. Now in this program today. The video them if you ban a cross-examine na imi man that they do. Of course, now two statements on the old video we play now like one gentleman come and tell you, see, when you as a leader engage on propaganda, nothing not they expose you, not they exchange rates. I really like that one.
Now lie, waiting the happen right now.
Now even they see so right now. Okay. Inflation everywhere. And then
wait,
we
you say
get
inflation?
the judges.
You say inflation?
Everywhere.
Yeah, inflation, then the economy deflates. Deflation and inflation.
And the Mr. JJ Safa also. Now, one of the mandates will be come and tell we how that they can solve bread and butter issue. Now, me say, now, Shembe say, no. Now, JJ Safa, now the video play for you. So, now, he tell we, when they want this power, they talk all kind of bomb talk, how they able for can solve the bread and butter issue, twinkle of an eye. But hey, now they will be get some who I say, remember during the 2018 presidential debate, he said for run a government, not to like for run a social club, and it feel pain when somebody will not know how to run a country, when it talk some bomb talk them now a debate. He as Samura Kamara, I mean that statement for him.
You want that?
He said be the feel pain.
You want that thing there for cow?
So,
you are like up.
Of course, we bring up, brother. That is not shut Oruta under Okauta up. So the JJS family people they will be talk on bread and butter issue today. Now the video play for so Usa is say for solve bread and butter issue inside we had not too easy task. And when youth man not employ, meaning you not get bread and butter. Now Bible say
he say the bread and butter where you not getting for it's not the bread and butter.
The matter they take me juice now they send and go down.
Hey, life. At least now you get until they continue.
Just like that. But for can remind you now, waiting doctor Samura Kamara. Now two things have been talk. Now that debates the way we be happy for them. Yeah. One, they ask about things that way they happen during that time. They would have problem. It come out plain. It's not the government's problem. And during that time, they ain't there that particular government too. I been left that particular area. When caretaker bill that time it be opposition, if they give them big permission about bread and butter, rest now be 60,000 now people they buy them so amount. But when you look right now, the rest almost 400,000. The rest they go so.
Okay, I think my brother don't pull out first, don't escape. We go come to your back just now. We come to your local, enjoy the reggae. But it don't escape. Let's see. Welcome back.
So for continuing people, the rest right now almost now 400,000 it go so. So tell me, the things where caretaker be talk during that time will be one is power, and the things where they happen right now, where we they talk, where make they rush for go put a cyber crime law. Now lie with they lie,
Don't lie.
and especially this particular channel. Now lie with they lie. Now we can talk on the video we they play for now.
Don't lie. And so propaganda on the pan.
So the angry or the hunger where the judges have probably say then they can't solve. It don't come back and tell you say no they will solve out. So let me help you to prepare. If we not prepare with mind, come 2023, I wonder what it happen now. Not to me say
On a pas yagba on ourselves. 2023 we safe second term.
No, we don't get a problem with that. The only thing where we get problem is waiting we expect for make it happen, waiting them promise we, if not to even all self, but now we just get a 60% self, sorry, we they appreciate. If not only 60%, we they appreciate.
Okay.
But we not see nothing like that they happen.
Okay, well.
So the only thing I want to do for me, big brother, I really want make we bring up Samura Kamara and can tell you something during the time we they argue.
Okay, hold on. I won't count them. But it's like so we call the name them. We get some people that we know where they come on. I see something. You give a talk was there?
So Samura Kamara balance?
So just Samura. Okay, alright. Okay. I want sweat. So yeah, you say look out then?
Yes. Let people know if now we can talk or now waiting in the talk.
Samura here the pines SF. Here me uncle. Because me, if I knock out my uncle in business inside his business, I know they glad. So you know they tell me about Samura no more are glad you. So tell me say me uncle and Samura.
Okay, Shembe Pierre, we are bring Samura and you perfect uncle.
Okay, let's go. Thank you.
What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule and economic mismanagement has definitely created considerable suffering for the people of this country. From Kamakwie to Pujehu, from Kono to Freetown and everywhere, people are suffering under the weight of corruption and the mismanagement of the All People's Congress. I have seen it at first hand. What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule and economic mismanagement has definitely created considerable suffering for the people of this country. From Kamakwie to Pujehu, from Kono to Freetown and everywhere, people are suffering under the weight of corruption and the mismanagement of the All People's Congress. I have seen it at first hand, from Falaba to Kenima and from Thailand to Putloko, the people want change. The people are tired of the suffering of paying for a bag of rice at 200,000 from only 60,000 in 2007. The people want democratic change to end their suffering.
When you listen to people who want to rule a country without clear understanding of how the country's economy works, what the sectors are important for the economy, what policies are necessary to improve on the economy.
Because you're not going to know where they're outside. Now, where you can't inside, now you know the actual nature, the magnitude, enormity of the problem, and then you manifest the thing that you get for tweak them, adjust them, for make you able to tackle them problems then.
Well, until this is the job of Bagure and Shembe Pierre. for always remind you of things them where you be don't forget, or for always bring you things them where them politicians they can talk, where they make like they forget, but they don't forget. Now, the last video, when I went to the caretaker say, it's say when you dey outside. When you dey outside, you dey feel say a child's play. But when you don't come inside the circle, now the time you didn't know say, now a very serious job, and a job where it focus, not a job where now like any begin play. You see? So now this now in the happen. Not to say they're not in waiting at the talk. They're really conscious of waiting at the talk. They know. But where they don't come inside now, they don't get what they want. Now the ten they can play with mindsets. They want play on we. But we where they can try for play on now, the world don't advance in the way. When you talk something today, except now 20 years back, we able to bring up for you for make people still listen what you don't talk during that time day. So these are the politicians they will get inside we are. Now they say cyber.
No, cyber.
Kaisa. Your uncle on talk, Kaisa.
What do you want to talk about, Andy?
You know guys what people talk?
Bo, you back. What's like when my uncle on talk all thing?
But like uncle can tell you now say, when you dey out, if you feel saying a child's play, now you don't come inside. So still you don't get something for talk.
My uncle just embarrass himself, so let him.
Well, we can still go ahead and give people waiting they're supposed for eat today.
Okay, well wait. Now angry them we don't talk about. I mean I don't like World Food Program, the WFP. I don't like them.
What them do it bad?
WFP of all the people that we me don't sabi. Now then they grab and tell we say people they not angry 4 times more than how them be angry in 2018. How them go do so? Who's going part on this?
But I think they do the right presentation. Waiting the survey, now in the talk.
Waiting right by waiting and do.
Well, now they can't play so now make people help with for Jordan case.
No. This is not about people. Waiting right for waiting and do.
But the truth they talk.
Not till like 2 more inside there. Look where people look what we enjoy right now. The thing where caretaker be don't do inside these 3 years. No caretaker no ever do that day.
Now you face the pull mark jabu then so if you say now you face that day.
No wait, but you get for you know something the fellow told you too. The 3 caretaker.
They see all the eyes then they go inside. You say now face them this. Now they face pull up pass through.
The thing where caretaker don't do inside 3 years. No caretaker no ever do am inside the country.
Oh, now you the display so now then people in the see.
No, but wait, ba. Now true say angry don't boku 4 times pass I been there.
Why no ask WFP? World Food Program.
Logo meet Simba.
No,
they are not can I tell you something because we go need for WFP.
How they angry?
How they angry? They angry. WFP how they angry? You know what talk? You dey talk. Wait. WFP how they angry?
Now we the pikin that they cry for. Well, I can't get tired. The chef go work, you cannot go with because tired. I give him pikin them. Me not go eat all. The one left for pina we don't give them back. Me they suffer.
Where's don't go with the money all?
Well, what you gonna for tell you, man, like add back? Anybody knows right now the government is not easy for we at all. We'll try it again.
This now I manage no more, I guess for manage.
But mama, this your order to manager. That will be here. Everybody in a salon and a manager. First, they sell rest 3 cup 5,000. Now the rest don't go 1 cup 2,000 use. And not to everybody they get that 2,000 for can buy rest.
Last year, after this corona don't come, this 20,000.
Well, the chop business with me and my family is not easy with we at all because of the cost of living. Last year, we manage 5 cup rest for me and my picking. They would eat with the full to family. But this year now, these 3 cup we just the manager because of the cost of living. The Maggie, 1,000. 3 for 1,000. Who's not to win at the transport? Now for low be who's
How would the buy fuel safe first? From 7,000 to 8,500. That even give of course, even to have a passenger from Boom to Matru is not easy.
Where the salary is not increased, it still stop where it is. As from April last year up to now, we have stopped. We have no increase. Even when you are in classroom, then the child come and say, "I'm hungry," your child. That will traumatize you, will not be able to teach. You will go out, and when you come in the morning, even you as a matured person, without food, you cannot do anything. And you leave your children to go to school without food. That's all you will think about it. So you will not go into the class and teach well.
The malnutrition cases is increasing. From March up to April, we have now got 40 malnutrition under 5s children.
They don't hunger. The father will get chops of bang. That name men picking the way I get. With that me beyond the when I 5. Now the rest of the it's 15 cups. Now we don't reduct time to 9 cups.
Na ya ko mo nugo. Time na ga agba mo efe hi ga no ka me ro ta gi amota mo go. Ana na ha mo abe mo gwa ma so ku go ga kru wo han kin ga fe no ga we.
Well, because here we do subsistence farming, and there is no mechanized. We are not doing mechanized farming. I only produce very small amount of food for my family, so I get very small yield. In fact, it cannot take a year, then the crops will finish or the food will finish at home.
The report where WFP publish, you really know what's in the go on right now. Now we had, of course, the first video we play where that mommy they talk to is somebody where they suffer. When you look at, you really know see this person they suffer. The first video, you know, when I watch this particular video we play, my mood really change. You really know say people they suffer in this country. We all they suffer, but sufferness they by level. Some of them people are their own sufferation. Oh my goodness. You know, they even wish you any myself for go through that kind of sufferation there. But now they see ministers, caretaker, a woman, there is a one great person, don't take billions of dollars. Because when they take Leos not value to them. One great man, they embezzle almost $1,000. First lady, look the kind of money the way they say now they take. The caretaker, not for talk. But look at people where tomorrow them people they go meet at the various villages them. Go big fool them. Vote for me. Where you vote for me now this? Where you vote for me now that? Just after they don't get that vote, that single paper vote, they don't ever visit them people there again until the next election where they need them. Hey God. Why? Salute.
You know, we caretaker him busy on one thing for continue for divide the people them. You get a bold mind, the other they go na Kaila and go tell them say the only one they were good for this particular for this Kaila. Nice LPP.
Of course.
So if you don't begin telling people that they from the highest authority, what do you expect them for take them? They go stand there, especially when the education at that side is very low. Like come out to that one.
And then because I cut you word, you know go now it make they say where you hearing picking a stock word. Where you check, you know, I am for me, Papa. Waiting First Lady will tell you. You know, come out and tell you, say, the one when a SLPP na true Sierra Leonean.
Correct.
So, must know I be don't get that for me, man. Continue me, brother.
So let's go back to the angry business. According to WFP, then say the angry beaucoup more na Kenema and Bonds. As per political rubbish stronghold business. What thing can say? How they refer to it under stronghold? Who are the stronghold?
They are the stronghold.
The government of the day are the stronghold and
the stronghold.
But now they angry beaucoup pass. So now I think this way I can talk. Yeah, when you dey in opposition, if you lead guy, as long as you na ordinary supporter, where the party support kind of power, you lead guy back. But now we find out say the guy will be the buy 500. That guy will be the 500 now almost 1,000 for cup. So you see, when you buy trade 500 young guy, you manage buy milk and sugar. Sometimes you get 2 blocks sugar. That's sour than the tie or 2 lump. Right now, in fact, say 5 blocks sugar not they safe. No they. You know what they talk, eh? Why they talk about 5 block 500? I mean, not they. But when the politics don't sit down now with 8551, we not just care about anything that we care for do with we just care about waiting we party interest talek na no more we care about. You know, even when we do them things there right now, we dey play videos them, we know I find out that we not you find out that we not talk back tonight, eh? All waiting they come up now, waiting they don't talk. Now we they kind of roll on top, eh? Then still they tell we say we dey lie. So I wonder now if now we then they tell say they lie on the caretaker and in Fambul and they tell say they lie.
Well, ask them, do I know they can't attack?
Because not we talk. You talk anything, sir?
I not talk on a video then talk for winner.
I know that then they part the video there. What on
the
Fambul?
Politicians where they would right now, including the caretaker.
So I don't know, sometimes they want to talk, not care fit to me uncle Abeg. You can't tell we say we dey lie. We talk anything. I can't take and talk. So if you tell me say I dey lie now, we not to me talk. That means say na me uncle you want tell lie all day. Abeg, if you support me uncle, support am. But if you can't tell me say I dey lie, that means you tell to me uncle indirectly. Now for the respect yourself. So man, I dey see them. So man, they blast at the chat. They forget tell to we dey talk. Na can't take and talk. It says also lie. We not to we talk. hey. This life here, then I can see na safu. Old and safu. See sabi eh? My brother beg, let's go inside. We don't come from WFP, World Food Program. But before we go down there, you know say one of we government spokesman them by the name of Joe Camara, if not so in name. When they talk about angry, he refer to people as dogs safe for go farm now. For God's sake, that description, it's possible let dog go farm. So now they tell me say all man for go farm, including dog there. Eh? The people are then fit tell you, they don't even get respect for we again. They not only disturb we. Sometimes they can tell me say, now government I for go put it na table for you for lay it. Not to forsake and put the food for me like it, but make a lay available. The availability is what we're concerned about. And now you can't. Sometimes if I talk, so they can't tell me back saying a lie. Eh, Joe, waiting. It is the lie. Low listen about 90. So just cut down this small now against guest. But low listen. Listen fine where.
A lot of things happen. Highlight the issue of free. Now the parts rest permanently, okay. And by all involvement, dogs self go make farm.
So then the government the project say.
First of all, from this, we'll go for bomb harvest.
When did they come?
We'll go for
when the first harvest they come?
Normally, we all know now where the ICC can in the harvest. We'll go bomb harvest previous years. Right. Next year, it will go better past this year. Then we commercial around about Poloko. So definitely, it's good. And it's up.
Okay, continue. You go to talk no more. Something they will happen. Something happen.
Yeah, because I think people don't get them clear.
Yes, so continue no more. You go to talk and come.
The voice of Joe Conte, the cut. So before we play back.
Yes, just say. Let go take cam other side quick, yeah. Go to talk. Feel free.
Before we play back for make una yeri. Usai. These government officials, they refer Motama as dog. Could you imagine that? The people who vote for, now they call me dog. Puppy. If one let hunger solved now we are, meaning dog they out for go make farm. You're not going to believe that, but until you can't hear it for yourself from...
Okay, let me listen now from this side. Short one. Listen.
So now get some clear.
With me and my family, it's not easy with we at all because of the cost of living. Last year, we managed 5 couples for me and my pikin that would eat with the full to family. But this year now, these 3 couples just the manager because of the cost of living.
The issue of angry agriculture, now the part now they show for address and permanently. Okay. And by God the power which will all involve dog self for go make farm. Let all make God the power which will all involve dog self for go make farm.
Yeah.
No. And you will watch me so with the cost. With the same so like I hope see fine. No can ask you give it to you. We not get answer for you. We don't give the answer. This is not exam. You don't see it, you don't give results.
If a dog self for go make farm, for God's sake, how dog they go make farm? So now they don't reach to a point so much that Tobo angry it call we dog follow go make farm.
Well, and the changes, now the new direction.
No, you see sometimes when they say you they talk for the government, you forget sense. But if you dey get fish shade, that fish brain, no problem. Because you know they go talk to the public, the one whole country, you they say dog self for go make farm. What in that they mean?
Now I begin that.
What's that?
So why they ask you?
But this is not rudeness to the highest degree.
Anyway, you ain't watch me out there. You listen to the program we had. Not forget to this channel. Just they about for tell you, but things that we supposed forget. Things that when themselves say they talk and when they come and play and talk small on top. But don't forget to yourself get a task for we. Hit the like button. Not enjoy the program till you overlap. Just hit for the like button. So we self they get more spirit for calm. Like how would I expect we for calm?
Okay, so now what in our we do? We don't talk about government don't talk about food. WFP don't talk about food. Let we are waiting UNDP. We don't count on to it, but just remind ourselves, yeah. Let you are waiting and say we they get this kind of problem where they get to today. Yeah. First, before we go to UNDP. Let me take the UN representative first. Just short one way I go take from that one day. Let you just hear how waiting how country they do for let it go able for go before. Yeah, we really need for know waiting country they do for go before. Let's see if I go lay me hand on them. Yeah, because country need for do certain things then for go before for let you move the economy. Not to Pamboku talk. You get forget certain things them where you put in place for let you go before. Let's just listen to this one quick short one on how they take when they come back just now.
One of the major lessons, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that we have learned from the developing countries that have successfully transitioned from low income status to upper middle income status is the power of sound economic and social policies and the sustained disciplined implementation of these policies. That is what has made a difference. Stories that you hear, whether it's Indonesia, Malaysia, China for 4 years, Rwanda in Africa, Senegal, the progress we are seeing, you will find that what is common to all of them is sound economic and social policies and the sustained discipline.
Okay, so we get down the back. I think somebody they say this man not talk about and not talk about dog. Yeah, so waiting I go on for do back. Please let we go back. Let me go back and listen. He say, I don't know if this person know waiting a doctor and waiting a doc and dog. You understand? He say dog safe for go make farm. He not say doc. Listen back on. Sometimes if you say na bad team need then they talk. Low listen this one quick, but we come back just now big.
Well, the chop business with me and my family is not easy with we at all because of the cost of living. Last year we managed 5 couples for me and my pikin that we eat with the full to family. But this year now, these 3 couples just the manager because of the cost of living.
The issue of angry agriculture. Now the parts now they show for address and permanently. Okay. And by God the power which will all involvement, dog self for go make farm. Let all make farm. God the power which will all involvement, dog self for go make farm.
Yes, subscribe. You always the. How would this person do here now? Yes. And not say dog. It say dog. Self for go make farm. That means say all they try for say all man for go make farm. Okay, so let me continue a bit. From that day, let me go quick now. UNDP, we don't come on UNA, let's go UNDP. I know I waste my energy on that particular thing. The part if me board I get something.
No, go for that. Nobody know the reverse time around. No, people don't advise you yesterday.
Yes, so logo UNDP. No, you're waiting and talk about how the government not implement projects and where then they help them pan. And anyway, we're not ready for CEOs now, so you can do. No, listen, waiting this UNDP person say.
They call ACT, the lady was talking about. That's the harmonized cash transfer. What it means is, in order for development, it has to be built within the national. And to do that, people must be au fait with the rules, regulations on both. UNDP has procedures, government has procedures. Putting them together produces what we have. The money they have been trained on is to make whatever intervention we have in this country sustainable. So therefore, we have that we have better understanding of how the two systems can work together.
Doing a training to see between the government and the works together. What has been your UNDP observations when it comes to program implementations, especially the one implemented by UNDP?
We have very cooperating partners, those who cooperate with us, and also, as you can see, many of them. But our procedure, there are continuous training, capacity building. You cannot be a building agency, and then you train. You don't build the capacity of those who work with you. So as such, we try to train our IPs. Implementing partners in the new ways we are doing our business.
You must have observed a gap in the implementation of your project. For listeners, what are some of these gaps, or what is the major implementation of projects that the people that we are working with need to aware and of faith with the project implementation system of the UNDP?
The main issue from our side is lack of delivery. In our terms, it means give you 100,000 leons to address a development challenge. 3 months down the line, zero implementation. There is no. This is a development country. UNDP and other agencies are here because of the development. So if you are giving, you must deliver. Because once you fail to deliver, you are affecting that we support, or even the people who are the beneficiaries of these interventions. So lack of delivery is an issue, and we've escalated escalated to the level of the Minister of Planning and Development. This was discussed in my presence with the Chief Minister, and hopefully maybe the President will know about it. But what we cannot take excuse for in a developing country where resources are needed, however small your is, you should deliver, and even more. So that handicap in our delivery process. And people have some, they say ignorance of the law is no excuse, but we still have to build their capacity so that they have better understanding of how these deliveries are.
It is the lack of delivery in your program implementation.
It is, okay, let's put it in financial terms. On average, our budget is over 10 million. I won't give you the exact, but over 10 million. Down the line, 6 months, you've delivered only 1.5 million. So you do the math and tell us exactly what the difference is. I mean, it is. You are given based on your need. At the end of the day, if this resource next year.
All right, so I think we don't mean any come to you. We just decide for remind you back. These governments, they make boasts, say they don't get money past the last government 4 times. The last government, they get about 46 million. They don't get about 400 and something million, yeah? So, I don't know, almost 100% Sunday. So, basically, how they don't get money pass, now so they angry, they don't get angry pass. WFP don't come and say the angry don't be 4 times more than I in the 2018. And they don't tell we say they don't get money, plenty pass. But inside this money, all they go. Now, UNDP don't come and tell we now say, then they give money to the government, but they know they implement the projects them. And if you don't implement the project them, then they ask for help, for let them develop because the country need for develop. But if people are not agree for implement the projects them, then I don't know waiting at the problem. So I don't know. I can say this here, difference there between I get idea and I know how for implement. These people know how to spend the money, but they don't know how to put them into use. Or rather, then focus on putting it in their pockets than for implement projects them. Some people can come and tell we say we not paid up members them, we the lie, but it's obvious that them people here, so we not be the one day they need to work with we know they work for them. But still, let's tell you something, like me, I'm willing for them opposition. Basically, as long as then they do things way wrong, I'm ready for talk about them. I don't care who's government. And if you refer to other, if you refer to party with the opposition, I don't talk on the other things. Me, I don't care whether the opposition, whether they willing. What me care about now the people of we country. Yeah, as long as things then they go wrong, we they not supposed to feel the pain. We they also for talker. Yeah, now the aim of this thing. So continue for call where you want for call we appreciate it. Thank you very much. But please, as you call we, so don't forget for like the program. I don't say like I don't say like the program. Like I don't say this number one, no, this one so.
The 2 Munku boys.
Yes, 2 Munku boys.
Especially Babure.
Yeah, we the first for civilized.
Well, sometimes
not the Coma boys.
The Coma boys. Sometimes, people can talk. It's like say now we they tell people that they can't talk for when they give them things them for do make them not implement. But it better back for them at the Munku side, but you know what you they do. Don't you be civilized, you don't know what you they do. Then they ain't bad. And we the Munku them, we they come out. Don't they civilize and they hide. So that Munku passing company. Anyway, you can call me the Kogoma boys, you can call me the KKY boys, you can call me the C4C boys. It's up to you, my friend. We no care. However you come, whatever thing you want to say, anything you want to say against we no one know. Of course, yesterday, mistakenly, the work of the devil won't carry we. But we get good family members them, we come and tell we say no. We not get to follow some of they send people there na social media because na Senate is now no. So we don't give an open door. Whatever course you want, course we not go school, of course, we don't tell you at first. We don't go school, we munku, whatever. You can name them. But we do it in, we do. You intimidation.
No, wait, something they wake in pain me, and at the same thing I happened yesterday, way I me had to be one. But I go try learn not be like this. You know, some people, this party business don't full up them so much that they need to think of the country. Even when they see the video, even when they listen to the video, then they still come at we. You know, okay, Agladi, you know why then they come at we? Because we they bring
civilized.
Because we they bring come the reality let them see. One thing we are glad for, they not go tell we say we not fake news we they come up with. Yeah, past them tell we say we they lie. Not to, but the lie self when they say they lie, I can tell person say when they tell me say they lie, let be careful because not to me talk now caretaker wait to talk, wait in family and talk now they bring come.
But in this case, who and who na the lie man? Who they lie? We just play videos them. With the one them when then they make them videos there, both AYV, the 98, various radio stations or TV stations there. We just they can play them for that person where they behind that village. We put her in that Creole level where they able to understand them. We and them people out the lie. And you the civilized person they can't tell so munku where they can't cause we. You the civilized now with the one where they can't talk for. Who done the lie man? Who done the munku now?
I don't know why you are for bother on this thing too much. I don't think say I get energy for this kind of person. You know, you get some people like, they see this thing say now transparent white, but still they call them black. But I still respect them because it left to you. If this person away this cruise and tell me say now white away or something at the waiting you tell her. So no blame them. In your sight no good and yes self no good. Because if person gets good ear, see the area, it see fine one, you know go tell we say na lie the lie back up. All that kind thing there. From all begin today, now we talk and play one say we need to talk about today. So I don't know if I get energy. No get energy. I don't get energy. I dey pray God let every rain come safe. Liable for sleep fine. I beg. That you know you can this morning. I beg. Lord, they take time. Yeah? In season, we always dey advise you. Be careful how they come out. If you see every rain, they can be careful. No side the worker, no worker under electric cable, no worker outside thickly. Okay, we're very concerned about you, your health and or your safety. Yeah, so take time. How the worker where in the camp. Yeah, also you not show off, not put your foot there because when water static on top, then they run under where you put your foot, it knock you from the under, and no way, no the way you can able for survive that one day. So we they tell you plain, let you take time where in the camp. Yeah. Please, and the one that already come for camp. Me, I like where people in the camp and they can criticize. You know why? Because then they learn. Now, like yesterday, somebody them the interview at the bio. Some people in they always hey boy, it cost bad cost, it cost this. But when it go inside in a room, and they put her on, and they listen. They listen all thing. When they don't listen, don't they come on do. It can vex, but they listen on.
Yeah, because if you don't listen, how you know that man the cost bad cost can you?
Yes. They listen, and not just the customer. They listen from A to Z. They listen all. We don't know. You can't act one. So please, now so back we want now. When I come, when I listen all things. I want to know they take some of them things they alone they give them to who that are supposed to give, especially the regulator the now of the cyberspace. When I give them, let them watch and sometimes them with the pick sense. Yeah, then say caput sense, not caput gentry. Yeah, sometimes then they listen to some of them things that then go get sense and know how to talk to we. Because to find out, say, these 3 years, they embarrass themselves more in terms of when they apply and come to the public, how then they can talk, yeah? I tell you, thank you. When we don't like, when we don't share, and all things, we give you plenty, thank you. Please hit for the like button. Tell other person about this program, so other person will know about this program, so other person will come and join me at this program, so other person will benefit from what you the benefit, yeah? My name is Sembepe, we love you, bro. We love you. And honestly, I get love for you more when I make critic. Love you. You know, as I be handle some of you, when I can even come na me PV, if I can't talk to you, I can just tell you a small. I can buy you by the time the day they done, they are always they want matu they can count, they can don't pick sense. Then they go now shame one. Now it can happen so right now. So who don't tell them so right now? So man don't be even go because you don't shame, you don't get idea again. We tell una thank you. I'm not shame, but we all our brother and sister in the country, yeah. So we love una so much.
Join me, brother, for say plenty thank you to una wey come and share, like both Facebook and YouTube and the other platform them who don't share this program. Of course, me now the new pool now the boy today. Cool, the Munku my boy Bagure Kablai from the north. No retreat, no surrender.
That so-called Bible, the Munku boy with the force for civilized.
The Munku boy with the force for civilized. Anyway, you will come and make the comments. I tell you plenty thank you because now NIG use for can watch the program. And they welcome you back every day, every hour for come to this channel. If not cost you no more, they can't cost and if they like the program, they watch them, no problem. End the day, giving you name, giving you cost, but just come and kapu sense. No kapu word. Come now we are in kapu sense. Until we meet again tomorrow, now we other program. I like for say, Tata, make we all stay blessed. Be careful.
Feel free for share. Cut any party you want for cut to share. Share to anybody you want for share. My name is Seme Pierre. This is my real face.
The pie uncle.
Life is sweet. I see my grandpicking, they enjoy the program today. My grandpicking enjoy the program. Anyway, I think that we need for take we leave now. Pape, you be. But wait, what do you make angry on Boku? Why angry Boku?
Why not me for ask?
What do you make food no day? Wait, the money don't come?
Maybe I don't come for order me what I
big. Tomorrow, I think we need for look into the money business tomorrow. I'm on the way there for print. We need for look button tomorrow.
We need for call iPad back tomorrow.
Yes. With the call iPad, we waiting and we don't tell everybody money.
Yes. It make a whole lot of sense.
The music will start with self. You mind for playing for we back?
Well, I think how they left the tobacco.
I like that music there. Give me 5.
So, one.
No. Okay, we love you all, yeah. Let God bless we country Sierra Leone where we can call we yard. No. I need to go. If I knock out this thing, I know they satisfy. I no go satisfy. Now the last part of me uncle, after the uncle talk, I beg. Brother, wait, I beg. Listen to this, me uncle ba. No, listen to this, me uncle quick.
As a country, we don't come far as an independent nation. Plenty can say 60 years of independence, which we don't achieve. Well, my simple answer to that is this. For make progress as a nation, not so easy thing. Not to one person in business, not to one tribe or region. It therefore take all effort to make we move the nation. We can pray today so that all which we don't learn in 60 years as an independent nation, I say we Muslims then, we Christians then, we gather together and pray under the sun to share the altar. This thing will not possible other side in the world. We take her for granted because we don't get problem with her. We deny her all the time. But if we get for export anything around the world, for me they know say a special group of people they live in the world where they take God, that one they give a different name, the other one they give a different name. But all say no sin at God. If I began tell me say that to some other creature when they pray to me not for don't live out of now. But when I call Allah, me call her God. The language is the difference. And when you read the Bible very well, especially the Old Testament, and you study the Quran very well, then you know they destroy and come to in the name of Allah. Not in the name of Allah. But fortunately for we now, and the beauty is, I don't know inside church where I see Imam who Quran at the altar, it is delivered, which one they call Kutuba, in the top, you know, and if Christian and Muslim able to sit on one side, then they pray. Why APC and SFPP not forget this one house? Who we call them? Because this one I read, the other one agree. And the one thing that will not hold way back at this country, and I will continue for pray. As I don't give me the confidence of being a leader, not to accuse me, but God direct me for saying.
After the election, where them do. We still they wait for the change. All the promise when they make, they don't be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food. Cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain. We don't tire to complain. I see the bad way you've been do. You don't turn Nigeria into 97% and 5%. You know been talk like president. They rule Nigeria with sentiment. And take your office to revenge. Oh yeah now, Oga Buhari, we dey beg you. Let Nigeria no go scatter for your head, yo. Yes, after the election, where them do. We still dey wait to see the change, yo. Cause all the promise when they make, they don't be like saying a fake, yo. And where the money, where the food. Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, na tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, no employment for the youth. And security no improve. Inflation don't they hit the roof. Still government no they say the truth. Oh yeah my brother, this change na yawa. We don't today suffer. Pray God for Nigeria. Oh yeah my sister, this government na yawa. And you don't today suffer. We pray God for Nigeria. After the election, where them do. We still they wait to see the change. Cause all the promise when they make, don't be like saying a fake you. Where the money, where the food. Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, na tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, the economy just the fall. But it just the travel around the world. I feel your office there for sky. Now your time for working the take and the fly. We no give you different but you take them. Certificate is certificate. Baba Buhari, election criminal. I make you collect and you hail them. Yasuki collect you the jail them. Baba Buhari, to the partial. After the election, where them do. We still they wait for the change. All the promise when they make, they don't be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food. Cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, Only you and your people, they chop all the lazy to suffer. You dey rule Nigeria like say na war. You dey fight corruption, they break the law. Worry is better, you withdraw. And to blame Jonathan for all of your flaws. Jonathan don't give you the power. No one no like you wahala. You no believe in your policy. Pack up and let us be. After the election, where them do? We still dey wait to see the change. Cause all the promise when them